Hey guys, I'm back again, and I'm going to give you a review of Dead Space 3. I haven't done a video game review in forever, because I haven't really played a bunch of video games. There's been crap, and even more crap. But I wanted to play Dead Space 3, provide some content for you, since I really didn't see any movies, or listen to any musical albums. So before I start, I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Uh, don't be alone. It makes it that much worse. So, and I hope you guys, do you have a good Valentine's Day? All right, enough of that. Let's talk about Dead Space. I love Dead Space. I love it so much. I did a video game list not too long ago, and I uh, I listed Dead Space 2 as my number 4 because it was influential in the survival horror genre. Sorry. um, I compared Dead Space to the Alien franchise. I know there's another Alien game that came out. We'll talk about that shortly. But in the meantime, Dead Space it is a very popular franchise, or series of games, I guess you can call it as of now. Well, no, I guess you can call it a franchise because it has like a couple of comic games. There's one game on the marketplace. There's one for the Nintendo Wii. There's a DVD. I guess you can call it a franchise if you want. But anyway, let's talk about Dead Space 3. This game has been very, very polarizing. In terms of the fans of it, and some critics I've read mostly positive, but I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on it, saying that it's not a Dead Space game, it's just a good action game. And I want to stop you right there. Let me explain. If you don't know the story of Dead Space 3, it takes place, they don't really say how long it takes after Dead Space 2, but Isaac is now, a drunk. Well, not really a drunk. He is alone. His girlfriend from Dead Space 2 broke up with him because he's losing his shit. And these two soldiers come just bashing in and say, "We need your help to get rid of another relic that is somewhere, and we need you because you have destroyed two of them." So he and this dude who's a dick. I don't know who your co-op partner is. I don't know. I forgot his name. But you then you go through space, maybe 3 or 4 hours of gameplay, and then the rest of the game takes place on the icy planet, which I don't remember the name of it at this very moment. And I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, those of you who haven't played it or are very, very curious. Let me just say, people were polarizing this game because of two things. One, because it's not in space, and two, because, well, actually, no, three things. One thing is because it's not in space. Two, because they feel it's turning it into an action game, and three, because of the co-op. Look at Resident Evil, the fifth one, if that. The fifth one introduced co-op, and I heard so many people, including myself, said that that's gay. Why would you do that? You're now taking away one of the coolest parts of Resident Evil, and now you're putting in co-op. That's just stupid. The co-op in that game was actually pretty good. The game wasn't that good, but the co-op was pretty decent. This is the same thing, except it works a little bit better. The co-op, I think it makes it a lot more interesting. It gives you a reason to play the game again after you beat it on single player. Um, the action part, I never felt as I was playing this game. I always thought to myself, I am playing a Dead Space game. I'm not playing an action sci-fi game. I'm not playing a rip-off of Aliens. I just this is a game. I'm playing another Dead Space game, except it's now on a different planet. Don't see anything wrong with that. Um, they also have the optional missions, which are kind of pointless, but in the beginning they're kind of cool. But as you go on, they're kind of pointless, unless you want to collect resources and all that stuff. That's kind of new in this game. Um, One thing that I found very, actually kind of interesting, is now you can create newer guns. With your resources and your circuits, and then you can make any type of gun you want. Like, let's say you can have a plasma cutter that launches like grenades, or you can have a saw blade that's like electrical. It's kind of cool stuff, and I actually found it actually kind of cool. It's a tad bit confusing in the beginning, but as you play the game, it gets more and more clear. In co-op, it's kind of neat too, because you can trade with your co-op partner. Kind of cool. Let me start off with the positives. Well, let me just start out with the basic opinion. Is the game good? Yes. I personally think it's very, very good. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Dead Space fan. I'm saying that because I think any average gamer who's not looking for much, you'll find something out of this game. You'll find something. Um, but I can see where your arguments are coming from. But then I say to you, just give it a chance. I mean, you don't have much to lose. I mean, it's a beautiful looking game. The action is good. I was scared shitless in this game. And I probably jumped like maybe 4 times, and I haven't jumped like that in a long time. But it was kind of cool that they don't take the scary aspect of it, and they mix it in with like the action stuff, not like the old Resident, or not like the new Resident Evil games, but I thought that this did very, very well. Again, maybe I'm just saying that because I like Dead Space so much that I can't really see past all this stuff, and there are some issues. The game isn't perfect, but I really did enjoy it enough that paying $60 for it, I didn't feel ripped off. I thought that this is a good purchase, and I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play it again. But I do have some complaints, and it doesn't really involve the gameplay in it, and it involves the story. The story is so generic. I've heard it 1,000 times in terms of video games and in terms of movies. But probably the biggest complaint are the characters. I recently did a review of DMC Devil May Cry. It's on my Facebook page. You could check it out if you want. But with that game, I had the same problem that this one did, where everything else was cool, but the characters, they take it a step down. I mean, your main character, Isaac, is just, I don't know, like, he gets better as the game goes on. Like, he's not entirely unlikable, but he's a jerk in the beginning. And for reasons I don't get, he's bitching about his ex. Like, dude, fucking get over it. I mean, if you walked into a bar and said, "Hey, baby, I killed like 1,000 necromorphs," I'm sure you get some pussy. I mean, come on. I mean, happy Valentine's Day. I don't know, but there's another character in this, um, who is the current boyfriend of your ex. I forget her name. I'm sorry, but he is just a retard. He's a retard. I mean, because every time you do something in the game, he has a smart ass remark. I'm surprised Isaac didn't shoot him in the beginning. I mean, fuck. I couldn't fucking deal with this person, and I'm not in the game. I'm just playing it, and I was getting aggravated. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Please. But really, that's my only downgrade, and that really sets it apart from being probably the best Dead Space game of the original three, is just the characters. There's some decent ones, but the ones you really want to care about, you just don't feel that type of emotion like you did in the other two games. I will say, to wrap it up, this game is not better than Dead Space 2, but it is better than Dead Space 1. Because Dead Space 1, even though I liked it a lot, it was repetitive. You do a section, you go on a train. Do a section, go on a train. Do a section, go on the train. This kind of does the same thing that Dead Space 2 did, where they kind of merge all the sections together, except when you have to change, your discs. Like if you bought the Xbox version, like I did. Which, I don't know why they do that. They always have to have two discs for shit. I don't get it. But, so, to wrap this up, because I don't want to go too long, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a great game. I thought it was a good experience. It's got its issues, and I get the people that are going to, they're going to argue back and forth saying that this is not a Dead Space game. This is an action game. That's fine. I mean, just don't fucking roll all over the place on my comments or I'm going to be mad. But, but I thought it was fine. I thought it had just enough Dead Spacey stuff than it did action hero stuff. And, yeah, maybe like the last 30 minutes of the game are a little bit out of control, but I still really liked it. I mean, there's more great than there is bad. So I'm going to give... I want to give it 2 thumbs up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give it a thumbs up. I think you should definitely check it out. If you're a Dead Space fan, you'll definitely like it. Maybe, I don't know, because it's so polarizing. But if you're an average gamer and you want to check something out, check it out. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And that is my review of Dead Space 3. It's got pretty graphics, good gameplay, good new additions, and the co-op is kind of fun. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my Twitter page and my Facebook page for more updates. And once again, I just like to say Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I am JustinSlaght. Take care and have a great day.